What is going on YouTube? It's Sank and we are back with another one. Now in this drop, coming at you guys with a play that I picked up in the markets today. But before I kick things off, I'd like to help out the channel by hitting that like button because it keeps the show rolling. Alright guys, so that wraps up another day in these markets. Now today, it's one of those nice green days for the growth plays out there in the field. Tons of growth plays from both the EV space to the gaming gambling space. Now typically when we see these green types of days, I don't pull the trigger on these plays because we know the overriding theme in these markets still remains inflationary fears, and if this comes back into the picture, you'll see these growth plays come down a peg. That's the point where you pull the trigger on these plays. So I'm always looking for those plays in the red, plays I can catch on a cheaper price point, because ultimately that's how I'm going to make better returns in these plays. So it wasn't any of these green plays I picked up in the markets today. It was a play that was on the red today. But before I get to the play that I picked up in the markets, I want to touch on a couple of plays. So let's kick things off right with this one. That's Neo coming in at $35. Now this one was part of the stocks to buy Monday, so hopefully some of you guys jumped onto this one at the start of the trading session and made that 5.4% on your money today. Now Neo is one of these plays to take that longer term perspective with, because we know there's some short term headwinds in the market, some shortcomings in the industry, some hurdles they need to get over, especially with the semiconductor issue. But once these all pass and over time, this one should be able to deliver that untapped potential. Now they dropped some good news today. They're extending that production partnership and should be increasing their production capabilities. Now we know because of the shortcomings in the industry, they're not operating at full steam. Now once these pass, they should be able to increase production, increase those revenues, and as they do, that should translate to an increased stock price. This is one of these plays that I'm invested in through the volatility, and the price I'm looking to sell Neo at eventually is going to be much higher than the price you're seeing with Neo today. So it pays to be invested into these plays. Now Neo today showed that good movement upwards, climb back up to that previous support that I tell you guys about, that $35 mark. So going forward, I want to see Neo show some stability or even some momentum around the mid 30s. That's going to give me confidence and conviction that that stock price has sticking power where it's at right now. But it's just another play I wanted to highlight for you guys. And we know Neo's wrapped up in the whole EV rotation of funds with plays like Tesla and other quality EV plays. Just one of these plays that you guys just have to take that longer term perspective with. Right now, Neo is one of these fallen stars in the market, but we as investors know the brand still holds its own and the demand is there. We know the industry is going to continue to grow and evolve, which should play into their favor. We know the technology is of a high tier. Now, it happens from time to time in these markets. Take an Apple, for example. They are at the forefront of the technology industry, but over time, this one's come in and out of investor focus. So the way Neo has aligned and set up his business, investors' focus should flow back into that stock. That's why it's good to be invested into this one, ride through the volatility, and you'll get your just rewards. Alright, so onto the play that I picked up in the markets today. That's ticker symbol GRWG. That's GrowGeneration coming in at $36. Now in the day in these markets where tons of these growth plays were up in the money on the day, this one stuck out like a sore thumb in the red, negative 1% on the day. Now this one is still following on from the fact that one of the management team sold out of a position in the company, but what we should be focusing on is the actual business, not the movements of the management team. Yes, they're in the know. Yes, they know the business more than anyone else does, but as investors, we know this one's on a growth trajectory. They're doing well. They even posted up a profitable quarter in the last one just gone. And over the next couple of quarters, I'm expecting them to outperform as they continue to grow and scale their business. Now with this one, management is laser focused on taking this one to the next level. So I just had to use this opportunity to increase my position on this one, holding now 135 shares in this one. As you guys know, the aim is to build this one up over time to 200 shares. You guys see how I'm nibbling at the play. I didn't jump straight to 200 shares today because there might be some further weakness in that stock price. So over time, I'm looking to build my position. That is how you smooth out your cost basis, get the best cost basis over time. This is a play. I want you guys to know that how you've seen other growth plays in the market today, like a DraftKings move up 8%, rest assured, GrowGeneration has that moving potential. This play has the ability to move up 8% or more in a single day. So I'm going to ensure that I have my position ready for that, ready for the climb in this one. This is one where the market is overlooking right now, but as investors, you guys know we have to take these as opportunities, these once in a lifetime opportunities to grab some of these plays at the cheap before they make their climb. So this is one of the strongest plays within the industry. I've told you guys before, there's 3 plays you guys need in the industry. That's Growth Generation, IIPR, and High Tide. That will have you guys covered. So this just wanted to bring to your attention. If you guys have got some dry powder in the market, you can follow along with me, build up your position in this one over time. I'm looking to, as I say, secure the bag on this one, double my money in the medium term, triple my money in the long term on Growth Generation. Now, as you guys know, it's not just growth we focus on. We want that diversified portfolio covering off different bases to ensure that our portfolio is structured, has depth, and has quality. So I also had to increase my position in SLM Corporation, coming in at $19. This is a student loan provider, but they own around 50% of the industry, moving well. If you look on the week, this one's trading flat. On the month, again, consolidating. So it's only a matter of time before we see this one climb. All they need to do is post up some good numbers, show some momentum in the business, and you'll see this one move up a notch. I'm expecting this one to close out the year at $25. That's solid returns on that current stock price. You guys should use this time as opportunities to be continually diversifying your portfolios, looking for those quality plays in the market. And you guys know I'm dropping plays for you guys on the daily on this channel. Alright guys, so those are the plays I've got for you in this one. Now today we were blessed by these markets with a green day, but I want to let you guys know the overriding theme in these markets remains inflationary fears. So if we do encounter a red day over the next couple of trading sessions, you guys know exactly what to do. Sure, you've got dry powder on deck, ready to deploy into these markets, catch these quality plays at a cheaper price point. And that's what it's all about right now, quality plays. You guys should be able to distinguish what makes a quality play and what makes a non-quality play. Just be focusing on those that are quality, because that's going to be the plays that help you guys build these wealth in these markets. That's sustainable wealth. That's what we're after. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time is. Question comes from Gurj. It says, what's your thoughts on MP materials for long-term hold? So I appreciate you for sending this one in, so let's jump into it. Now MP is just another play being wrapped up in the sell-off we've seen with growth plays, SPAC plays, and EV plays. But with MP, this is a play that has strong fundamentals. They did well in their earnings, and this play is set up, engineered well for future success. They can continue that momentum. Now we know as the EV industry continues to grow and evolve, MP is a play that's going to benefit from that because they focus on the rare earths used in EV production, EV batteries, things of that nature. And them being an American company also sets them apart because the largest rare earth producers come from the Far East. So this just puts them in a different category and they can operate at scale. Now what I liked about your question most of all is that you said long-term hold. That is the key with a ton of these plays out there in the market. MP is one of these plays you're going to have a long-term mindset with. We know right now the market is volatile, testing, and tough, especially for growth plays, SPAC plays, and EV plays. So this is a play that if you have that long-term mindset, you're able to invest into this one over time, build your position in this one, catch them on any weakness, then this will see you through to success. So this is a play doing it differently from a ton of other plays out there in the industry. So it's good that you highlighted this one especially for those long-term investors looking to add another quality play to their portfolio. Alright guys, that wraps up for this one. I want to say I appreciate you guys. Do drop me down any questions or comments you have and I'll get back to you. If you're looking to help out the channel, do hit that like button. If you're new, join the movement by hitting that subscribe. So I'll catch you in the next one.